Welcome to this episode of The Path to Performance Excellence with mental performance coach Tommy Richardson.
The power of flow. If you've been following me on my blogs and on my videos at coachtom.net, you know that I have spent some time talking to you about what is that flow and how is it that we get into the flow. Well, flow is simply that time that we have that we're at our best. It's that high peak. It's called a number of things. Another word is called in the zone. Another term, our individual performance state, IDS, where we're in the best position to perform. Whether it be on the field, whether it be in a golf course, whether it be standing in front of a group or a boardroom, wherever it might be. When we're in that performance state, it's critical. I want to share with you today some personal experiences around that. You may or may not know that I've been involved with competitive powerlifting now for about 10 or 12 years. I had another opportunity this month to apply the same thing that we're talking about here. And this is exactly what happened. I was in a powerlifting meet for the state of Indiana this 2 weeks ago, all day on a Saturday. Well, as I applied that, I used the SCORE, S-C-O-R-E, and this is a performance acronym that will help you get to your performance state. I haven't time to cover all of them today, but let me share with you, and then I'll go back and cover the first two. The first S stands for self-discipline. The C stands for concentration. The O stands for optimism. The R stands for relaxation. And the E stands for enjoyment. Now, let's take a look at the first two and how I applied that. The self-discipline to prepare for a performance is critical. It's what we do mentally as well as physically for that preparation, to be ready to give it our best. When I look back in preparation for the State of Indiana Championship, I spent 3.5 months, 4 days a week, working out, preparing, lifting, pushing myself. I had a coach that helped me in that process, that tried to get me ready for the 3 lifts that I performed at the meet. Lots of preparation. But not only did I prepare physically, but I also prepared my mind. And I prepared my mind by that process of concentration. The second part of that, where I was able to focus and concentrate on doing my very best. I use 2 techniques here. Number one, when I concentrate in order to focus and get what we call centering in the world of martial arts, I center myself. I use breathing. I use what's called power breathing. I breathe from the diaphragm, and when I do that, I take in more oxygen, which helps me mentally. I get rid of the carbon dioxide, and I am ready to perform because I am focused on that. I focus then in my mind through what's called guided imagery. It's visualization. I see the picture that I want to see of me performing that lift. So when I do the deadlift, I see myself doing it all the way to the top, locking out, getting a green light, and then racking the bar. But I see a perfect lift each time. And I visualize that over and over and over again. And that's called mental rehearsal. Now, we could go in much more depth, but I just want you to realize you can take any performance that you have. And I use that a lot as I work with presenters and speakers to be able to help their game, that they are able to see themselves performing at their top. They see themselves as they start the talk, the presentation. They see themselves engaging their audience. They see themselves closing that presentation, and they hear and see the applause of the audience that's there. We could do the same thing in any performance. That's just 2. Stay with me on my blog, coachtom.net. Look at the videos, and there are several blogs and videos about this thing of SCORE. Getting into the flow, getting into the zone. You can do it. It's a learnable thing, and I want you to give it a shot. Give it a try.
Thank you for watching this episode of The Path to Performance Excellence with Tommy Richardson. For more great information, visit Tommy's website at coachtom.net. Also browse the other shows found right here at Indie Biz TV Shows.